Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim, and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So, from amigurumi to weaving and anything in between, if you like crafting and being creative, stick around. I think you're going to like it here. So, as I say in the opening, I talk about everything from amigurumi to weaving. So, I'm going to sort of weave something today. I have a basket that I do not like. Okay. I really can't put anything in it other than towels or washcloths and stuff because it falls through the bottom. I don't like this basket, so it keeps getting tucked in a closet, hidden away. I don't like it. So I'm going to see if I can weave a bottom into it. So we're learning together. So what do I have? I have a basket that I don't like. I have cord, and I have a hot glue gun. Let's see what happens. Come on. Okay, so here we have it. So I'm thinking to myself, I have to make a bottom for this basket out of this twine. And I need to do it because I don't want to waste a basket, and I certainly don't want to buy a new one if I can make something work out of this one. So I'm going to move it to my lap. Gives me a little bit more room. Let me put the twine up there and adjust the camera so that you can actually see my lap. Here we go. You can also see my projects and everything around me, but we got projects going on everywhere. Okay, so my thought is obviously you want to start on the inside with the hot glue gun because you don't want to have hot glue on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to try to eyeball it a little bit. Okay, so I want to see how much of this twine I'm going to need. So you figure well, let's just eyeball it. How's that sound? We can always add on more, right? The magic of hot glue. So let's take off, let's just call it a length of this, okay? And we're going to try and fix this basket and make it into something that I like. So here we go. Now, I'm going to put one dab. Where am I going to start? I'm going to start over here. So I want to do it so you can see it, right? I'm going to start over there. Again, remember, I am the queen of way too much hot glue. So I'm going to try to control myself. All right. So I want to put this in the corner. And remember, we're learning this together. So bear with me, all right? And we're going to hold it on there till it sticks because we know that sometimes hot glue is a little temperamental. All right. So we're going to put it on there till it sticks. I'm going to get the rest of the twine in here. And again, we're going to weave. Okay. So just want to make sure it's not going to pull out of there. And then I'm just going to, weave. I'm going to go under and over. I think it's going to work, right? If my idea that's in my head is going to work, then this is going to do it. And maybe out there, someone has a wire basket or a different kind of wire bottomed. I mean, I'm thinking if this works, it could work with any kind of wire basket, right? Why not? So we're just going to keep going. I would go faster, but then it's going to get tangled. So we'll try to do this many at a time. Always holding this so that it doesn't pull on the part I just glued, right? So I'm always holding the part that I just tucked in last. Then we're going to go here and then down. Okay, so here we are at the end. Now decision time. Okay. Am I going to cut it and glue it and start each row different. Or am I? Okay, so I could have edited out the first part and pretended that I just started the whole thing this way, but I wanted you to show that it is very normal and a great way to learn. If you start a craft one way and then you have to change your plan and finish it another. So I was starting this with the hot glue gun and right up to the sides. But what I'm doing now, I pulled that all out and I'm actually just wrapping it around the first and last wire. And not only is it going a lot faster, it looks so much better. And I can keep it nice and tightly packed together. I'm loving that. So while it still has openings on the side here, it actually looks so much better. Look at this. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead with plan B. And plan B is no hot glue gun and just weaving it in and out. You can see the inside of it looks good as well. I'll trim that off. That's just a flaw inside on the twine itself. But look how nice that looks. So there we go, plan B. We're not going to use the hot glue gun and we're not going to go up to the wall. Stay tuned and I will show you once I get this whole side finished. Okay, so you can see I am at the last row here. I have the ends clipped and this different process works so much better. The other one I think was just going to look too messy. Now you'll see that I am pushing this as tight as I can all the way against itself, okay? Just like in true weaving, you want to make sure consistent pressure on this. So I'm going to finish this up and I will get right back to you. Okay, so here it is, nice and tight. Again, this is just a little piece of the twine that's sticking up. I will fix that. And it looks really good on the bottom as well. Look at that. Came out really nice. So what I'm going to do now is on the bottom, I'm going to hot glue the ends. So let me see if I can slide this up here and fix this a little bit. Okay. So we're going to start at the beginning, and I'm glad I started here and worked that way because I'm going to start here and work that way on this one. I believe it just looks really nice. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to loop it right around itself. Tuck it right there and pinch. And then when it's done, I'll trim this off. Okay, so I might as well keep going on this end, see what's next. Holding on tight to these because I just don't remember what's clipped to what, and I don't want it to let go. So obviously I have one facing down and one facing up. So I'm going to finish all the ones that are facing this direction first. And again, I'm just going to hot glue it right to itself. A little hot glue. Okay. I'm not sure I can get a clip in there. So I might just hold it for a moment till I'm sure that it's all secure. And it looks like the rest of the ones on this end are on the other side, but I do have one on that end. So I'm going to flip it around after I'm sure this is sticking. Can I get a clip in there? Sure can. Okay. So I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to secure this end. So just getting an idea of what's going on here. So I'm going to go ahead, a little dab of glue right here. I'm going to tuck it right in there. And these two will actually meet right there. If I clip it, I'm going to push it down with this so I don't burn myself. If I clip it, these two pieces just might hold each other in place. So that would be really good. Awesome. Where are my extra sharp scissors? Let's see if they'll get in there and trim that right off. Okay. And again, I'm just going to glue that down so it looks as neat as possible. Push it down with this so I don't burn myself. Oh, that looks good. Yep, that looks really good. So I'm going to snip this off. Right there. That looks really good. All right, let's turn this back around. And you can see these are set on this end. So I'm going to go ahead, remove that clip, and clean this up a little bit. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm already in love with this basket. And remember, excuse me, I'm so sorry, springtime allergies. Remember when I first started this video, I started it with, this is a basket I don't like. I really like it now, for sure. A little extra dab will do ya. Really happy with how this is coming out. Really, really happy. Let's see. Just get a little bit of the glue. See that? Just a little bit. It's almost like, you know, that hair gel men in the 50s and 60s used to wear. And they plaster their hair down. That's what we're using this glue for. You see that? It just goes right flat to there. Wow, this looks good. All right, let's flip it over. What do we got going on this end? So I've got a little piece of twine sticking out there. So I'm going to go ahead and tack that down. Using the same dribble, little teeny bit. You don't even really need to squeeze the trigger on that one. See how good that works there? Now I got to trim this off. And the trick is I got to get it as close to the wall as possible. Now, get that side closer to me so I can work a little bit better. Let's trim this off so it's easier to see. Okay, so I can see what I'm dealing with here. Get your fingers in there and figure that out. Okay, so let's take a quick sip of the coffee. Again, it is tricky business because limited space, right? We'll drop there. And we'll get this pulled up into here. Okay. The thicker the twine you use, the harder it's going to be when these pieces are so small. But I really like how this came out. All right, it's a little too sticky uppy over here, so let's get this fixed like that. Again, I use this as my finger so I don't burn myself. And I am going to cut off that little piece right there, but it looks good so far. I didn't like that glue on there. Okay. Just trying to figure out the best way to get my fingers in there. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead. So I think this one needs to go down. So I'm going to flip it back over. You really can't see what I'm doing at the moment. Let me do this. I got my painting smock on just in case I was in the mood to paint. So, which I will be doing in a little bit. So I figured I'd put it on now. It's just an old house coat, but it's one of those where you don't mind if it gets dirty when you're crafting. So when I know I'm going to be messing around with other crafts, especially new ones, I put on this overcoat. All right, I think that's going to be perfect. And it's also going to fight me a little bit. So let's see if I can get a better angle at this. There we go. Hold it just like that. Can I get a clip in there? I sure can. Okay. Now, I got that one last little piece in the corner. See it right there mocking me. Saying, you can't get me. Yes, I can. And I'm about to. I am about to. All right. I'm going to pause the camera right here because I need two hands. And voila. Here we have it. So cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the other side and I will show you the finished product when I am done. Check it out. There it is. It's completed. And yes, I have a different outfit on because that took 2 days for me to do. Just because life happens and it took a while. So there you go. Beautiful basket. I weaved the cord that I had, the twine that I had. I just keep a roll of twine, all different sizes. I have 3 different sizes at my house, I think. Just keep it on hand because you never know when you're going to want to take something that you really don't like and make it into something that you can use every day. So this will be my mail inbox and outbox. I'll put it right over there on my desk next to my mail scale, and I will take and use this every single day. So there we go. Hopefully this inspired in you to look around at your house. Maybe there's some things you don't really like or don't really use that much anymore. Maybe this inspired you to rethink, reuse, upcycle. And there you go. Remember, always be creative. Bye, guys.
See you next time.